Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashry, and as always, to my left,
Rob Mendiola.
Rob, hello.
How's it going, man?
Another great day in paradise, man.
Another one, man. We're knocking, 2 out this week?
Yeah, we'll probably
Maybe
be
3.
knocking 3 out, man.
Busy.
Before I have tubes
Cracking
in
that
my
whip.
nose and I can't talk.
Yeah,
Well,
you're going to have surgery, huh?
Yeah, finally. But
You won't talk like one of the Simpsons characters.
I got a goddamn cold. I'm tired. I've been doing this since last November, people. I know it's been on and off. It's
Need to get your radio voice back?
yeah,
Podcast voice, I
I'll get
guess.
my podcast voice back. Yeah, that'd be
There you go.
nice. But anyhow, today we are
Special guest?
special guest via phone, via the Nonsense Chronicle hotline.
There you go.
is Trazanna Mareno. Yay! Now,
Yay!
See if Rob would mess with the drops.
I know,
we could.
I could like punch in some
Yeah, we'd have the
clapping and stuff.
We'd have all that on there.
I need a backing track. I need laughter.
Yeah, but
Cheers.
yeah, Trazanna. Which the only way you're gonna remember that name is Trazanna.
Toto.
Trazanna. Yeah, that's the only
It's
way.
good stuff, man.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
That song just never gets old either.
because the first we were texting each other to set up stuff before, and there was text probably for 1 or 2 months, a couple of months maybe, and I was trying, what's that name again? Because I had to look up her number in her text in my phone, and I was like, God, I can't remember the dang name. But yeah, once I got the Toto tie-in,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay,
Now you're like, never forget
I'll
it.
never forget.
Once
it.
you get it, you'll never forget it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Because I'm terrible with names too, man. Like,
yeah.
I can remember like 50 songs on the guitar, but can't remember people's names.
Yeah,
that makes
once-
zero sense.
Yeah, if I have a it's true. You can remember a lot of other things, but
Yeah.
if I have a tie-in, that's what works for me. Oh,
That's you, Doug.
That's me. Way to go, Doug. Way to have your phone, but I have it turned off. Oh, but I don't have it.
Now I got to edit all that out.
Yeah,
Jeez, Doug.
no, we're good to go.
Making work for me, man.
I heard actually I was listening. There's multiple podcasts that I listen to that have the beeps. People just don't give a damn on that anymore. I don't either. It's funny. I don't put it on do not disturb, but I do.
Do not disturb.
Yeah, it's always on silent, but I don't put it on do not disturb. But never, my phone will never vibrate because that's always off. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, because it would be like it was shocking when I got it. But and the chimes I got tired of eventually. They would kind of like trigger me to where like I was like, okay,
You have to go to a safe space because your phone vibrated.
I'm just getting too tense with chime after chime after chime. I'm like, man,
That's funny, though.
I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm on another call or something. Yeah, but no. Anyhow,
So today we have
Trazanna
Trazanna,
Mareno.
and we're going to talk about
well, she is the band mom, but she's also the mother of the drummer. Go ahead,
Yep.
Rob. Tell me the name.
that's
See-
Evelyn, right?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. See, you see, and I
think
couldn't.
Evelyn Moreno of Garbage Girlfriend.
I think
Yeah.
in England they say Evelyn,
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah.
I couldn't. Well, I was just going to say
Evelyn
Miss
Moreno.
Marino.
Yeah, she's a beast, man. I've seen her drum, and I was very impressed.
Yeah, she takes it very seriously.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She does. She does.
Because how old is
Absolutely. She is 16.
she? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
She's been playing since she's 8. Yeah.
Very cool.
yeah. The reason why we're talking to Trazanna today is she's the band mom, which also means that she's out there supporting the kids. See, a lot of kids, when I was growing up, kids would get together and they're just them and a girl, parents were off doing whatever. But
Yeah, we never had the parents. Like,
no, it never happened. You just
Yeah.
in your garage jamming or whatever,
it's like, good luck, figure it out.
Yeah.
No, we're all in.
That's cool.
We're all in.
Yeah,
I even have a hat. They gave me a hat that says Momager.
Oh, nice.
that's awesome.
It's
That
like
is-
my official, it's my official name, Momager.
Yeah, and I've known about 3 others that have done this. I came into meeting the Lanes before. Jordan and them were already on their way.
Lucid.
Yeah, but I known a few others that have done this, and I think it's such a fantastic thing to do. You're there when you kid. All these kids are under the age of 18. They they need guidance, and this way, parents can see what their kids are doing and not getting too wild.
Yeah, a little added protection.
Yeah, the locations will feel
kind of need it.
Yeah, the venues will be happier with mom or dad there to guide their kids and let them just instead of there being trouble, and plus
There's a lot to navigate.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
God, yeah,
For teenagers.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot. And they started, one of the band members was 12, right?
Wow.
When the band got together. So, you had 12 to 16. Now you've got 14 to 17 in the band. And that's, they wanted to play legit and play in places and they were taking it very seriously. And, it can be hard for 14, 15-year-old kids to get anybody to take them seriously.
Yeah. And
so I think that's kind of how I got involved in the first place.
Did you have experience with that?
My real job that pays me is in marketing and communications.
Oh yeah, so
I have experience. Yeah, I have experience in marketing and relationship building and making connections and talking to people.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It also helped that the kids were in School of Rock, so they played as part of their School of Rock performances. They played in venues.
Yeah.
And when you start going to the venues, you make sure that you start meeting the managers and the bookers and making those kind of connections.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a jumping off point from the very beginning, just because of those kind of pre-established
I think School
relationships.
of Rock's
But still,
really good.
I did too.
Oh yeah, it's changed their lives.
Well,
absolutely.
When I was out I went to Tennessee one year for NAMM, and they had the School of Rock guys out there, guys and girls.
Yeah,
they were killing it, man.
It's
incredible.
It's a good foundation.
Yeah,
I think so. It must have been before School of Rock, when around 2009 or 10, my son had some friends that were playing, and they had a couple clubs in Houston where kids could play. The parents would go out and see them, or friends of the family, and I can't remember the name. I know they had one in Humble, and they had one somewhere off of on the north side of Houston, another one, but I can't remember what they were. But I've always thought that those were really cool. But yeah, this is even advanced beyond that to where these kids are playing in actual clubs.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
And
one of the places that's super friendly, I think, to up and coming musicians is BFE.
Yeah.
And because the guys at BFE saw some of these young ladies playing in their School of Rock shows, they at least knew coming in that if they booked them, they'd seen them before, right? Even though it was in a different setting and context, it still kind of laid the groundwork for them to get to come in there.
Mm-hmm.
But as I tell the girls, and I call them my girls, as I tell them, it's not enough just to show up. You got to show up and be good. You got to show up and draw. You got to show up and stay.
Yeah,
you got to promote. It's a business. And I think that's part of the thing with parents helping out, is helping them understand that, they're now entering a business and not just playing music just for fun.
Boy,
right?
that is such a good life experience as far as teaching them stuff, like that. And, it's just
it does make a big difference.
Yeah. And the act of playing is just like sports. You're gonna fail. You're gonna succeed. You have to learn how to deal with both of them. How do you overcome? And I think that's fantastic. I mean, look, when I go, they have the School of Rock business buildings, locations themselves. But on Sundays, as far as I know, that's when they go to the different venues. They used to go to. I think they used to go to the pub.
I think Pub 529 does.
I think Concert Pub did it for a while, and
it does. Yeah.
And then
Pub 529.
Mm-hmm. and Acadia did it as
Acadia.
well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was amazed at how many people they had in there.
Oh yeah.
And I went. I remember Drowning Pool was playing in town one time, and they got CJ to come over. And he was playing with the kids on stage, and all the parents had their phones out recording. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, so they.
Well, I think one of the things that the girls have learned throughout all this, Doug and Rob, is networking. right?
Yeah.
Like I can't help them play. I can't do anything about, helping them write songs or getting their music together. But they have figured out that meeting people and talking to people and building relationships is one of the most important things
That's where it's all
that
at.
they can do. Besides being talented, right? They have to
Yeah.
be good. But on top of that, they just have to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's right, because it's no different than we do in marketing. It's
Yeah.
one person meets another person, introduces you to another person, and
I think when other musicians see that you're all into, you don't have to be like the perfect guitarist or drummer or singer or anything. They need to see that you want to grow, and that's important,
yeah,
for them to see that.
Well, they've benefited a lot, right? For exactly what you're saying. Like the guys in 307 and Lucid Illusions and other bands like Shasti, they have adopted the girls,
Yeah.
I think, whether they know it or not, right? And
Yeah.
have become these amazing mentors for them.
Yeah.
And giving them opportunities and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, because when you talk to somebody young and they're starting out, you can tell if it's just kind of for fun or they really want it. Like you can tell if they're hungry.
Oh yeah,
for
they're
it.
in it.
Yeah,
yeah. No,
They're in it.
all those kids have spoken well of the girls. So
and that's when you want to pull them with you. And say, let's do it.
yeah. We had a
But it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Oh,
it's
is
been
a
a
lot.
learning experience for all of us, I think. Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody that wants to play an instrument or something. I say, be willing and ready to miss a lot of things other than music, because it's going to consume you. If you do it right, it'll consume you.
Yeah, I mean that's your new going out and playing baseball in the afternoon or whatever else you were doing, and
hours upon hours.
Yeah, and we had a I would call it a young band gathering at my house not too long ago, and it was a good way for people to meet each other. And
is that the one where Malcolm was there?
Yeah, and it's a good way to
that was great.
It's a good way to network. You never know who you're going to work with.
Yeah.
But then somebody's there, especially with producers or songwriters or anybody. You may not work with them this time, but you may work with them because several bands work with different guys over the way and get a different taste.
Yeah, well, just that introduction can cause, that kind of happening,
And
they've had so many opportunities because of that day, Doug, and meeting Malcolm and hanging out with Julia and some of the other folks that were there. And, they've really focused, I think the girls have, on new music and, finding their voice and trying to figure out who they are. I think it's really interesting as a parent just watching them grow. As their manager too. When they first started, I used to have to work with them on their set lists.
Yeah.
Right. And talk them through it and talk about their choices and how to build it. And now they get annoyed with me. I'm like, hey, have you printed your set? Yes. Hey, have you? Yes.
Yeah.
We've got it, lady. Right. Like they're, but really they've grown a lot in just figuring things out for themselves. And now at this point, what I do is negotiate contracts, book dates for them and help them with promotion. At this point, they're functioning at a pretty adult level for teenagers.
Well, that's fantastic. And look, let me tell you, the parents I know involved too. It isn't cheap.
Oh, yeah.
There's investment financially.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's yeah. But
oh man, this is like it's just like you said though. It's like a club sport, right? It's like
I mean, it's
no
like
different. There's no traveling softball. We're not doing traveling baseball or it is a band. But what's cool though is all the parents are equally as invested, right?
That's
like
good.
my husband's the roadie. He's the sound engineer. He's the the tech. I'm the marketing manager person. But all the parents show up. They help load in. They help load out. They help us promote and sell tickets and all that kind of stuff. So everybody's really, really all in. But the girls had to get us to a point where they showed us they were committed.
Yeah. And your kids are
because you don't want to. We don't want to push them, right? We don't want to be stage parents at all. It has to be their thing that we help direct and guide and support.
But there's still
they
a big
have to
benefit
really
to have you
own
there.
it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
The three,
heck yeah.
The three different bands that I really admire on that, doing that, including Garbage Girlfriend, they all the parents were all like that too. They didn't, didn't tell the kids. The kids all wanted to do it very much so, and I just think it's so very healthy when a parent does that. It's a great investment. You're going to spend a lot of time with your kid that way too, which is great.
Exactly.
Yes.
At a time when kids normally kind of pull away from
when you want to go,
parents.
But guess what? This is a journey you can take together. So you have to. If you want to. I think it's a better way to be successful. That's for damn sure.
Lets them enjoy the music a little more, I think.
Yeah.
And I think too, they know that because we're involved, because my husband and I do a lot of stuff, they actually really recognize the opportunities that they've been given, because it's not normal.
Yeah.
And they know that. They know that it's out of the ordinary for them to be playing Warehouse Live, right, in January at 14 and 15. That's not a thing. Or to get asked, like last week when they opened for Pretty Boy Floyd, right?
Yeah.
Like, that isn't typical. And they realized that, the parents and us working with them helped them get there.
Yeah.
But then them showing up and being good is what makes them continue to be, invited and asked.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just have to keep showing up. It's just like in sales, when I moved to Texas, you just have to keep showing your face.
Yeah.
And go out and support some of the other bands. That's a good thing to do, because eventually you're going to need to play with some of these other people. So it's a little bit different scenario though when you got kids. So you kind of have to.
And school.
Well, yeah.
It's hard. Actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because it's like herding cats. We have an app that we use. It's called the Band app, literally.
Huh.
And that's how everybody manages their schedules, right?
Yeah.
So everybody has to go in there and post when they're available and not available. And then when I'm scheduling gigs and booking dates, I can just go into the calendar and say, okay, is everybody free? Nope, my guitarist is in California. Or nope, so-and-so is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or I go back and negotiate with the parents and say, hey, why is this person unavailable? Can we make them available?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? That kind of thing. But 4 teenage girls and their schedules, when they're trying to be in high school and get good grades and right, and be on the swim team and have a quinceañera and then have like feelings and lives and emotions.
Yeah.
No. Tell them boys are bad. Stay away from boys.
They don't have time.
Good.
They don't have time for boys. They're so busy, doing schoolwork and making music. That's all they've got.
That's cool.
It's actually pretty great.
Yeah,
it's pretty
great.
good.
Yeah, like
it's a good life.
That is that is just the perfect investment in a kid. Because, like I said, you're getting to spend time with them. They don't want to run off. They want you there and involved, because for them to advance and do things, they need your guidance. They need your money. And that's
true. They really do. And our house is the rehearsal house, because my daughter's the drummer. And so, the girls come. I literally stock the fridge and the pantry with all their favorite things. Yeah. And the drink fridge, which was my beer fridge, is now the soda fridge and Gatorade fridge and all the things, right? We really try to make it so that all they have to worry about when they come over is making music.
Jam.
They don't have to worry about anything else.
So what would you suggest to parents that are looking to do this, because how do I do this? What's some first good steps that you would think?
Have lots of money.
Well, first you got to have the people, right? And they have to have the right attitude.
Yeah.
Like they all have to be equally committed. Because one bad attitude in the bunch in the band can spoil productivity. So everybody really has to sit down together. Like, we got all the parents and kids together in a room and said, what do we want? What does everybody want? Are we all on the same page? Do we all agree that we want all of them to go on and do a record deal if they could? You have to have those preliminary conversations to make sure everybody's in agreement. And then once they are, then it's, facilitating the schedule, going out and meeting people and making relationships. The only reason, Doug, why they know the guys from 307 and Lucid is they all played at the same event. And at the end of it, I was like, hey, girls, you got to go talk to those guys. And they're like, well, are you going to come with us, Miss Trazanna? Nope.
Yeah.
Go make friends. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And so, giving them some level of ownership is important too. But I think getting out in the scene, getting to know other bands, going and supporting other local musicians is such a big deal, right? Because if you're trying to get your foot in the door and get that first gig, you got to know people that are going to let you play with them.
Yep.
And you got to go out to venues and support the work that's being done at those other venues. I think that's a huge part of it.
It is.
You know?
That's right. And yeah,
Those are all of the places I would start.
Y'all all getting together. That's a fantastic thing. And do you run the social media for the band?
So I started running their social media. It's mostly because I was scared, honestly, because these are teenage girls.
Right.
And you hear such weird
There's
things.
a good reason for it.
You'd be
yes.
I was going to say you'd be shocked, but you might
No.
not be at some of the messages
No.
that come through on their channel. But so at this point, I started it. And now what happens is when people come in and ask them direct questions, I just go to the girls for the answers.
Okay.
Right. So I don't pretend like I'm their voice. I just go to them and say, hey, so-and-so asked this. How do you want to respond? That kind of thing. I told them I cannot wait to turn over their socials to them so they can deal with it themselves. But what they've said right now is, no, we like what you're doing, which makes me feel so good.
That is good. Yeah.
It's good. It's a lot safer. And it keeps the junk out.
Yeah. And, that's the other thing, too, content. Like, if you ask me what people should do, whether for better or for worse, social media matters. And getting connected with people on the social channels and having really good, engaging content is really key.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I would say that, managing the social media and building relationships and everybody being on the same page are some of the most essential things to start with.
Yeah, you did a good job with that because, like I said, nobody's papering. Bands don't paper like they used to. It's all on social media, and you have to learn how to play. You have to learn how to play that game and play it well.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that's
But not just pushing out content, though, right? Like, you need to go on other people's channels, comment, talk to them, engage with them.
Because trust me, other bands know that you don't do it.
Yeah, that is true.
That's right.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah, plus you see a name a certain amount of times and it just stays in, well, hey, let's work with them because, these people have been around.
Or you'll hear people say, oh, well, you invite us to every show that you're doing, but I never see you, like, at our shows. Or I never see you like any of our posts or stuff like that. But it's a thing,
Yeah.
Like you've mentioned over and over,
I think
you've got to be
it matters
out
a
there.
lot.
Yeah, you got to support your other people around you.
Yeah. And
what's funny is, at this point, again, I've got this amazing Garbage Girlfriend band of teenage girls. I haven't had to book them myself in probably 8 months.
That's nice.
That is awesome.
Right? Like,
yeah.
So because people are reaching out to us to play.
That's
I haven't had to go and try to find it. Yeah, right? I haven't had to go and try to find a place for them to play. Right. And that doesn't happen by accident.
No,
like, that was...
It's repetitive.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's repetitive. I can remember Frankie. I remember the first time I talked to him about Lucid, and I had just seen them at Acadia for the first time, and then learning that their roots were in Louisiana. The Lanes, and then seeing Frankie at BFE later, and then him telling me, like he likes these kids. So that's good. Frankie's got an investment in it, and Frankie does a good job there. He gives everybody a chance. So he's a solid guy.
I've seen a lot of good talent there.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the girls know they owe a lot to BFE letting them play, one of their first shows ever there.
Well, yeah.
And Acadia, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I say unfortunately because it's closed, not because of any other reason.
Yeah,
Acadia was such a good stage. It had great lights, good sound.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, it was
so good. Tommy, such a good sound guy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got it. Well, your name, the name of the band, I would say in the last 8 months has gotten a lot of traction.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. Because I remember when me and Rob started talking about it first, like, oh yeah, kind of, garbage. Well, yeah, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
In that stretch, and that's a good thing. When are they going to be back at songwriting?
So that's a really good question. They're working on their EP. They're working with Malcolm, and he's coming back in town next month in like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
For a week to help workshop them on some of the original music that they're working on. They're hoping to have 6 or 7 songs probably by March. I think right now they have 3.
Very cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, they're working with our friend Malcolm Springer, who's based out of Nashville. You can look him up. He's got a good track record, and Malcolm and me are trading right now. When we get together, one of us ends up in the hospital. So I'm going
so true and so weird.
I'm going out of town.
Stay away.
I'll be out of town this time, so he's on his own.
Stay away from Doug.
Yeah. So,
So who are the other girls in the band? I know we know, but for the podcast.
So Evelyn Moreno, she's the drummer and founder. And then you have Christy Farah. She is 14, going on 15. She's the guitarist. You have Liv Texiera. She is the lead vocalist. And then you have Siona Casino. She plays bass. Siona's 15. I'm sorry, Siona's 17.
It's
Liv
Siona.
is 15. Evelyn is 16. Yeah. And Christy's 14.
So it's with a C, not an F.
yeah, we would say, wait,
Correct.
is it Fiona like on Shrek? No, that's the only name I know.
Siona.
Siona. That's a cool name. I've never heard that.
It sounds like she said her name was Siona, but no, we don't know any Siona. It's only Fiona.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
So
now we
no,
say-
they love it, and they one of the things that they had to get people to get over is like it's not a gimmick, right? You've got teenage girls that are playing music, but they're real rockers. They're not just cute.
I don't think I got that the first time I saw them.
gimmicky.
No, it's
You
unique.
thought they were like hardcore.
No, I mean, because I did the same thing when I was, their age. We started young too, 13, 14. And by the time we were 15, by the time I was 15, we were in bars and clubs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I saw them. I could really tell they were trying, doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're trying to put in the work.
Well, you're giving them good guidance, and that's what we wanted to share today was how that journey can be available to other kids out there. But there's a lot of ways you can go about it. But I think that the parents spending time, you're gonna get time to spend with a teenager. Might not give you that time normally anyhow. Now you're gonna be spending a lot more time together, and your kids doing a healthy, clean activity that you're around and you know what they're doing. So
That's true. I know where my kid is at all times.
that's good.
She is either in my house in the music room, or she is on stage, or at school, or asleep, and that's it.
Well, you have to be pretty tolerant to be the drum mom.
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh yeah. Oh, drums through the ceiling all day, all night. I get used to
You
it.
learned how to tune it out, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. Honestly, I hope that if anybody out there listening, is really thinking about how they can support their kids, Doug, it's just like you were saying. It is one of the best bonding experiences. We will have this for the rest of our lives together. Whatever happens, right?
So
like
did
wherever they take it.
Was music in your family before with you, dad or mom, on your side?
So that's really interesting. So my husband, his dad was a drummer in a band kind of like Chicago, like kind of that big band almost thing, right? So he was a drummer. My husband never learned. My daughter went to a free music lesson, I think at Guitar Center with somebody, a drum lesson. And it was obvious within like 10 minutes, she had this weird natural rhythm thing.
Yes.
But now my husband drums.
Oh wow.
He she inspired him to take lessons.
That's cool.
So he plays now. He plays in an adult band at School of Rock and that kind of thing.
Very cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
So he started late.
Yeah. So my daughter, he started late. My daughter actually plays her grandfather's 1965 Ludwig drum set at home.
Oh wow. That's
It's
awesome.
pretty sweet.
That is
sweet.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I'll be dang. Well, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to cover today. And
All right.
thank you so much, Trazanna, for joining us today.
We'll have to do it again when we get down the road a little bit.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, absolutely.
We've talked to him on
You guys are the best.
the video, and now this with the kids, and this is good with the parent and giving the parent perspective. But
Have to have them out to the studio.
yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that.
Can I give a shout out for their next show? Can I
Absolutely.
do
You sure can.
that? I wouldn't be a Momager if
Exactly.
I didn't. So they are playing at Warehouse Live Midtown on Friday, January 3rd. They are opening up for Shasti, an emo cover band. They're playing with Screaming Insecurities and also Just Fan Fiction.
Oh yeah, no,
That's their
Blake Hill.
next gig.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blake's amazing.
Yeah, we go way back.
Very good. Well,
and that's the way to start out the new year.
Yeah, just popping right off the bat.
Dang.
Yeah.
Right? Warehouse Live Midtown, New Year's, great.
I've never even played there.
All for it. You got to come check them out, Rob.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Nonsense Chronicles. Please look up Garbage Girlfriend and find them on every variety of social media that you can possibly imagine. They're working on putting music out right now, and you can find some of their stuff right now on YouTube. And also, look up.
Are they on Instagram?
They're on everything, man.
Really?
Everything, the social media. They are covered.
Cool.
They are covered. They have a network out there. And give them a like and subscribe and do the same with the Nonsense Chronicles. And we will talk to you again soon.
Later.